I'm a woman of a certain age, which means two things. I have a degree in something that makes no money, and I also have a lot of small tattoos all over my body. They vaguely have some type of meaning. I have a heart tattoo on my arm because I am a sensitive lady. I'm a Pisces. I fall in love very easily. That's not what this story is about. I have another tattoo that this story is about. I used to work at a hostel in Hollywood, California. It is just as exciting as you thought. Working at a hostel is like traveling. You get to meet all types of people from all across the world and interact with them. I was a front desk receptionist, and I was pretty good at it. As a child of immigrants, I could really understand broken English, and I knew how to be welcoming and patient. But one of my most favorite things about the job was how nice it was to have order. I'm kind of a chaotic person, so I really enjoy a clipboard and a sheet. So one of the duties I had to do every single day was check the rooms. I had my clipboard. You knock on all the doors. You check in on everybody. You make sure that everything, new towels, new trash bags, things like that. Then you go to the rec room. You sort of sweep it. Bring anything you find, bag it up, put it on the lost and found, different clipboard, log it down, where you found it, when the date is, what the item is, bag it up, put it in a closet, and there you go. I loved that part of the job. I know it's very kind of corny, but there's something so nice about having a list, going through the list, marking it off, having a place for something, bagging it up. The thing goes somewhere, and then you put it away. One day, I'm sitting at the receptionist desk. The phone rings, and I hear a really delightful Australian male voice. He's saying, I can't even, I'm sorry, I wish my useless degree allowed me to speak like Bluey. Good day, mate. I lost a pair of sneakers in the rec room. Do you mind looking at it? I kind of stopped with the accent. I said, of course, absolutely. Please hold. So I run up to the recreational room, open the door, and my golly, did I find the largest pair of sneakers. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm looking at everyone's feet today. Nobody's feet compares to this man's sneaker. It was this size. I gleefully brought it down, and I picked up the phone. I said, do you have extremely large feet? And he said, those are my sneakers. Yeah, I get them specially ordered. So I said, okay, I got them for you. When are you going to next be back? He said, I'm staying with a friend tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. I said, perfect. I'm working tomorrow. Just come to the front desk, and I'll have your sneakers for you. And he said, thank you so much. And I just stared at these giant sneakers. They were like Nikes too. I never saw sneakers like that before. I showed all my coworkers. I said, hey, look at these giant sneakers. These are insane. Somebody left them here. And I put them in the lost and found, and I thought about them all night and just laughed and laughed and laughed. How could somebody have such big feet? Then the next day happens. Sitting at my little receptionist desk, and a very tall Australian guy comes up. I said, I know what you're looking for. You're looking for your big sneakers. And he said, yes, I am. And I said, I'll go and get them. So I walked to the lost and found, and it's empty. Freaking out. But when you work in customer service, you just kind of hold it all together. So I said, just 1 second, let me just call my coworkers. And I get on the phone, and I said, the lost and found is empty. And he's like, yeah, today is the day we drop them off to the thrift store. And I said, did you find a very large pair of sneakers? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. And he said, where? What thrift store did you drop them off at? The one on Hollywood Boulevard. Thank you so much. And I go back to the very tall Australian who had a very nice little lady friend he had met. And I said, I'm so sorry, but I forgot to bag your shoes and put them on the clipboard, and they dropped them off at the thrift store. So this very nice Australian man went from excited to a little annoyed. And I said, but it's okay. My car is parked right on the street. I'm a safe person. Do you want to come in my car? I'll drive to the thrift store. We'll go and find your sneakers. I promise. And he said, sure, why not? Because he's on vacation in Hollywood and he's down for an adventure. And his lady friend comes too. And so we get into my car. It was like a Nissan Versa. Knees up. We're driving. I'm sweating. I'm driving down Sunset. I'm driving down Hollywood Boulevard. We get to the thrift store. I run out. They're not there. And that's when I learned the valuable lesson that you should always do the thing that you're supposed to do, even if you do it a million times, even though it seems so stupid, even though you're going to be at the desk the next day. You always do the thing you're supposed to do. Put the item in the bag, list them, because you never know if it's going to be the drop-off day the next time. The moral of the story is I paid him $80 out of the goodness of my heart, and he was fine. And so what's the tattoo on my arm? It says, no worries. Thank you.